we've learned of the death of Board of Supervisor Carmen Ramirez in a deadly pedestrian crash. What can we learn from this incident to keep you and your family safe, that something like this tragedy doesn't happen to you? Hi, I'm Craig Murphy. I've been trying injury cases for over 30 years, and we can all learn valuable lessons from the Carmen Ramirez tragedy that happened, and it will help to keep you and your family members safe in the future if you follow these steps. Now, we've all known and we all hear that pedestrians have the right of way. So pedestrians have the right of way, but what does that mean? When there is a truck or a car coming in a car or truck versus pedestrian crash, the truck or the car always wins. The pedestrian always loses. The pedestrian pays the price with severe injuries, or in the case with Carmen Ramirez, with her tragic death. So how can we prevent this from happening to us in the future? You have to stop, look, and listen when you're at a crosswalk. You have to always think that you, as a pedestrian, are invisible to a person who is driving a car or truck. And you should always wait. Even though you have the right of way, if the car or truck doesn't stop, you pay the price. So how does this apply to the Carmen Ramirez situation, and how can we benefit from it? Always, if a tragedy can give us some information that helps us in the future, it may not be such a tragic loss. So we have Ms. Ramirez right here. She is at the corner near a crosswalk at a four-way stop where there are stop signs in all directions. She is going to go across the crosswalk to go across the street, and as a pedestrian with a stop sign for that lane of traffic that is coming in the opposing direction, she has the right of way. She looks and she sees that there is a truck that is coming. She assumes that this truck is far enough back that she can make it across the crosswalk, and if she's in the crosswalk, that the truck will come up here and that the truck will stop if she's in the crosswalk. So she starts walking across the crosswalk and the truck keeps coming up. She gets to this point here, the truck driver, for whatever reason, doesn't see her and hits her. And as we know, she ends up paying the price and losing in this situation. What should she have done? She should have saw that the truck was coming and assumed that it would not stop and it would not see her. And she should wait here until the truck comes up here and actually stops. When she sees it start to slow down and knows that it's going to stop, she can begin going across the crosswalk. If the truck doesn't see her and just zooms through the crosswalk, she's still back here. She doesn't lose anything but a few minutes of her time, and the truck goes by and she comes across the crosswalk. So the most valuable lesson that we can learn from this situation is, number one, you have to stop and look. Number two, you have to assume that the truck driver or the car driver does not see you. The pedestrian is invisible to them. Just assume that. You don't know if they're not paying attention, if they're changing their radio, if they're looking at their phone, if they're texting. There could be a million different distractions for the driver of this truck. And if you don't know that that driver is going to stop, just because you have the right of way doesn't mean that the driver is not going to hit you. So you always, always, always wait until you know it's absolutely safe to cross the crosswalk. Hopefully, this has been of some value to you, and you can remember this, you can tell your kids about this, and make sure that they always stop. Just because we say that the pedestrian always has the right of way, it's not the right thing to do to go across and think that the other driver is going to stop. Because if they don't, it turns into a tragic loss, just like this situation.